The Senate is now on the verge of passing the Republican tax overhaul plan, with several holdouts now throwing their support behind the proposal. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he has the 50 votes that he needs to get this measure over the finish line. But of course, they had to make some changes to get those 50 votes. Now, Republican leaders said that they have agreed to a host of tweaks that would allow taxpayers to deduct up to $10,000 in state and local property taxes, a change that had been pushed by Senator Susan Collins of Maine. Now, lawmakers also plan to sweeten the tax break for companies organized as pass-through entities. It's a provision needed to win the support of Senators Ron Johnson of Wisconsin and Steve Daines of Montana. And in a bid to get Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona on board, leaders agreed to work on providing protections for the beneficiaries of an Obama-era effort that protects young undocumented immigrants from deportation, known as DACA. Now, lawmakers are considering reinstating a modified version of the alternative minimum tax on individuals and corporations. Now, these changes did not appear to appease Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee, whose concerns over the bill's effect on the federal budget deficit created last-minute complications for Republican leaders on Thursday. Now, Senator Corker has said that he will vote no, and so far he's the only Republican who has come out against the measure. Now, other fights that we are following, and we don't know exactly where it's going to land, is the effort among some Republicans like Marco Rubio of Florida and Mike Lee of Utah to improve the child refundable tax credit. Now, right now, the tax bill would reduce the corporate tax rate from 35 to 20%. They want to bump that up to 22%. Because it would give them more revenue to play with to make the child tax credit refundable for more taxpayers. Now, that's an idea that is not going over well with many Republicans. Now, keep in mind, no Senate Democrats will be voting on this measure. Take a listen to what Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer had to say on the Senate floor on Friday.
Democrats remain united against any middle-class tax increase, and we will fight to reverse that. The stakes are too high. Our economy is already stacked against working men and women.
Now I asked North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis what the implications would be if they passed this bill without any support from Democrats. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Well, the reason we're not working with our colleagues on the other side of the aisle is they don't want to work with us. But we owe it to the American people to provide them with tax relief. We owe it to working families to give them more money to spend on paying their bills and putting their kids through school. And we've just got to take this step. I would love for this to be a bipartisan outcome, but seldom will you see a lot of people on both sides of the aisle come together on something that's really meaningful.
Now, House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, who sets the floor schedule, told lawmakers on Thursday to return to Washington on Monday. Now, originally, they were not supposed to be in session on Monday, but this is a strong indication that this tax bill looks like it's going to pass. Sending it back to you.